let's start our session then. So for those who knows your colleagues or your friend that may be coming late, they can just still join, so no problem. Okay, so today's session, so is all about the launch of AutoCAD 2026, which is the latest versions. So I have summarized some of the latest updates and some of things that have been overlooked over the past 1 or 2 years, recent versions. So my name is Said. So I'm your presenter for today. So in case you have questions, you can call me or address me by my name, Said, S-Y-E-D. Okay. Or you can also follow me on my LinkedIn for more updates or maybe sharing of coming events or new tips and tricks. So I've also been sharing some of the things on my LinkedIn profiles. Okay. Okay, so just a quick check. Okay, a quick test. Can everyone hear me? So am I clear to everyone? So maybe you can respond to the chat or do a thumbs up or something to respond. Yes, I see thumbs up. So it means people can hear me. Then that's good. Okay, so here is the agenda of today. All right, raising hand. Okay. So here's the agenda of today. So a quick of what's new. Okay, what made AutoCAD difference and a bit of subscription benefits and licensing as usual. So first, let's straight away go into the dive of what's new in AutoCAD 2026. So AutoCAD has been around for 40 plus years, since 1982. So it's been a while. Okay. So for today's session, so the updates, okay, we have been summarizing into these 3 boxes, which is something called Autodesk AI. So some AI capabilities that have been injected into AutoCAD since versions 2024. Okay, and then along the years from 2024 up until now 2026, so the versions or the AI capabilities has been enhanced bit by bit. Okay, and then we have something called tailored functionality, where of course, you know, AutoCAD is customizable, and also if you are having AutoCAD tool sets, industry specialized tool set that comes with a mechanical tool set, architecture tool set, and so on. So all this is also part of tailored functionality. Okay, but for more in-depth tool set updates, so you will see that update in the separate sessions, where like if you want to see more on AutoCAD AutoCAD electricals new update, so we have separate session for that. Mechanical update is another separate session for that, so no worries. And then the next portion will be the connected experience, where things like collaboration capabilities basically. Okay, so AutoCAD is used in a variety of industry. Then to name a few, like constructions mainly, manufacturing designs, manufacturings, productions. Okay, maybe some of the like interior designs. Okay, a lot of things. It can be used to a lot of things to address a lot of industries. Okay, so from preliminary, okay, or concept stage, okay, AutoCAD has been used in this stage as well, up to design, to the constructions, operations, manufacturing, and so on. Okay, so this is the summarized versions of the where AutoCAD can be used and is being used in the industry. Okay, in terms of the capabilities, so a lot of AI capabilities that inside AutoCAD nowadays is more towards to reduce all the repetitive tasks. Usually in AutoCAD, the most repetitive tasks that has been around, things like annotations, blocks, okay, markups and edits. So all this, Autodesk has been trying to reduce all these repetitive tasks with AI capabilities. Okay, and then goes towards design, constructions, and operations. Okay, let's see further. So AutoCAD 2026, which is design software, okay, drawing and design software that's been around for some time, 40 plus years, and trusted by millions. Okay, so updates is usually based on these 3 pillars: accelerating the users' capabilities, the connected design experience, and the tailored functionality. Okay, a quick summary of what's new in the AI capabilities in the AI department in AutoCAD from 2024. It started in 2024. Okay. So about all the block placements, we call it smart blocks in general. So there are few enhancements in blocks. So in grouping, we call it smart blocks. Okay, macro advisors and markup imports and assists. And then all that been enhanced for the past 2 years. Okay, so you know that how block has been used widely, right? So you've been handling blocks every single day. So when sometimes you even get a drawings that there is no block, means those who send to you, before they send to you, they already explode the block. So you have nothing. You have no blocks. So you need to manually either reblock it or manage your own drawing. So with AutoCAD AI, so AutoCAD is smart enough to scan the whole drawing, so it can search the whole drawing of something that recommended to be converted into blocks, and it will tell you. So this is the few blocks that you can convert. Okay, so example, like in this drawing, so there are these 100 doors, 100 chairs, similar chairs. So when it search, it will convert all 100 into a block. Meaning is if you do a count, okay, if you do count command to count the numbers of block, you get 100 pieces of chairs. Okay. All right. So that's search and convert. Okay. So again, in a situation where you receive a drawings, okay? So if previously search and convert, you can choose one, and then it will search the whole drawing for a similar geometry, similar properties. Like in this case, it will automatically scan the whole drawings. Okay, so previous one is choose, search and convert, search similar geometry and convert into block. And this one, it automatically select and tell you this is the thing that you need or that you can convert into blocks. And then since 2024, now block have its own palette. So in your drawings, previously you do not have a block palette, but now you can easily replace blocks from your block palettes now. If previously you need to remove first and copy and place it manually or using array or copy and paste, but now it's as simple as select, right click and replace. So it will replace the whole drawings. Okay, so next looks at the connected experience. Okay, so connected experience. So if you're on active AutoCAD subscriptions, okay, so if you are on active AutoCAD subscription, you know that you are using your AutoCAD on your PC. Okay, so when you use on your PC, so as usual, you can browse for files and so on. But whenever, example, you need to go on site or maybe go out for a meeting, and maybe you not bring your laptop with you. Maybe your laptop is too heavy, or maybe at office you are using a desktop. So it's a bit of hassle for you to show your drawings. You don't want to print out and show it during presentation, right? So with AutoCAD subscriptions, so you also have the capability to use AutoCAD on your mobile phones and AutoCAD on your web browser. So in a situation where, let's say, you have a you have a tablet or you have your phone, you can install it. You can install AutoCAD on your phone, and then you can show your drawings on the phone. Or maybe when you go out, you bring maybe light versions of notebook or maybe a MacBook. So you can also open your drawings and use AutoCAD on internet browser, which means AutoCAD is now also available on Google Chrome. I mean, you can use Google Chrome to use your AutoCAD, so you don't have to install it. So that is AutoCAD on the web. Okay. So what is the differences? Of course, there'll be a bit of differences if we compare it to our AutoCAD on the desktop. Okay, AutoCAD on desktop, as you know, it have all the capabilities and it have all the processing power. But on the web, you can still open, view, and do minor editing of your drawings. Okay, and drawing storage, you can either you can store it locally, or you can store it on your preferred cloud locations. Okay, later I'll show some example. So like AutoCAD web. So you can do essential draftings and design capabilities. You can also bring your teams in together to view the drawings together. I mean, you can do review together. Okay, you can make assessment and changes in the field. Let's say you go out for a meeting or maybe you go on site. You can do that editing on site on the spot. Okay, so AutoCAD on the web, so you can review. So you can see here in this example over here. So you see this is how AutoCAD on the web looks like. So it's on your internet browser where you can review. Okay, you can review, you can do markups on the spot. Okay. All right. So as file storage, you can see it detects all the file format. I mean, the drawing file formats with dates, okay, with modified dates. Now, when we look at AutoCAD on mobile, so you can view, edit, and also create drawings on the go, on your tablets or on your phones. So you can work from anywhere. So maybe some of your team members are working remotely. So example, a site supervisor goes to site and see and review things, okay, and update in the drawing on the spot, and you will have that update on the spot on your while you are in office. Okay, so basically you can access the same drawings that you are the colleagues is accessing. Okay, so next is a bit on AutoCAD with Autodesk Docs collaborations. So if you're in constructions, so I believe you probably heard of Docs before, where we can markup, import, and markup assist our drawings or our PDF straight away from and then we can bring it in this example. So we're bringing in the markups of PDF into a drawings in AutoCAD, and it will detect. AutoCAD will show you where is the markups. Okay, what can be edited. We can also convert some of the PDF entity, things like text. Okay, we can convert PDF text straight away into AutoCAD text. Okay, we can also create issues. Okay, issues like, like in this case here, we are putting in a big X mark to show that, this is wrong, please remove, or you can add the comments. So let's say send markups to who. So who is the team members that you want to send this markup to? Okay, so you can send it to them, and then you can add your comments. Okay, so let's say remove extra elements. So remove this extra element. So import and then that person will receive an email, and then it will show, oh, you are actually assigning something to them. Okay, so this need to be changed. So please change, example. So once the editing is done, okay, so you can view the issues and docs, and you can respond to that issues. Okay, okay, maybe pending updates or maybe soft. Please check. Okay, so this is a markup import and markup assist with AutoCAD plus Autodesk Docs capabilities. Okay, so like next one is multi-user markup. So this is like to collect and share feedbacks directly on drawings, okay, using Docs markup tools. So in this example, that let's say you are managing a renovation projects, right? So as the architect, many engineers, clients, everyone can leave their markups on the same PDF, and then that PDF you can import into your AutoCAD. And then instead of manually converting all the markups, now you can see all the comments and resolve it on the fly as all the markup is overlaid and shown to you. As you see on the screen, this is all the markups that's been done with Docs. Okay. Then after all your team members update it, so you from your own AutoCAD, so you can see, oh, there's some notifications on the design. So there are some changes. So there are some markups. You can see it overlaid in your AutoCAD. Okay, so that's on docs. Okay, so when we talk about docs with AutoCAD, so basically the step is pretty much straightforward, where you can upload and share the drawings that you want to collaborate. Okay, and then let's say you collaborate with few, let's say 5 of your team members. Okay, all that 5 team members will have access to the uploaded files. They can each themselves do markups. Okay, and then you can do real-time collaboration where you can see all the 5 team members can see and respond to the updates. You can track the changes and the markup status. So let's say there's one issue number 1, you can respond and close the issue. Okay, and then you can straight away give collaborative review. Let's say done, or maybe add some descriptions to the project files and all. Okay. Okay, so like in any industry, so let's say we use construction as example. A lot of cases, not a lot of cases, there are times where we don't just work on drawings, not just Excel. Sometimes when we go on site, we take photos of the issue, probably like beam is clashing with the door, example. Okay, we can take that issue, take a photo, and we can upload it into docs as well. So that is also considered as part of support files, so project support files, where you can view and attach to the markups and issues. Okay. Okay. So previously there are a lot of questions around data management. Okay, how do you track what changes, who last use your drawings? Now, built-in AutoCAD starting 2024. There are these features called Activity Insights. Okay, so previously in 2024, Activity Insight is able to show who last accessed the file, who make changes but did not go in detail of what changes. But now you can see with Activity Insight, so we can see this file last saved by this AL guy. And okay, and then since previous save, what has been done? You can see on the screen, since the previous save, one more attached drawing reference. Okay, 40 fewer blocks reference mean during the previous save, that person removed 40 blocks. Okay, what is the editing time that person is used? Do 4 minutes plus. Okay, increase in file size. So, and then who make that changes? You can track all this from the AutoCAD file now. Okay. So this is called Activity Insight. So now, at least you know when you detected your drawings, there are some changes in the drawing, you can trace who last saved the file, who last edit the files. All this is from within AutoCAD. There's no additional applications needed. All is from within AutoCAD 2026 itself. Okay, this command is called Activity Insights. Okay, summary of updates since last save. Specific changes to object. We can see that 40 fewer blocks reference, changes to file size, overall editing size, and of course, who make the changes. You can also track who last saved to PDF, who last print. All that you can trace as well. Okay, so now go towards tailored functionality. So customize AutoCAD to your needs, to your industry needs, and your daily workflows. Okay, one of it is, of course, AutoLips. So now you can, even previously, so AutoCAD you can create AutoLips or a simple programs to help elevate your AutoCAD experience. Maybe instead of 4 commands or 4 steps, maybe you can create your own programs with maybe just take up one step. Okay, so you can create lips. Okay, so even let's say you do not know or you are not experienced enough to create lips, so no worries. So Autodesk have its own app store. Okay, it is called Autodesk App Store. You can straight away Google it on your phone. Also, you will find it. So basically, it's just a platform where developers or users share their plugins. Okay, so their plugins into that can be used on multiple on various Autodesk software, not just AutoCAD. So you can go in and maybe filter out by application. Let's say you want to look for AutoCAD plugins. So you can filter by AutoCAD, and then what type of plugin, what category is the plugin you're looking for. Okay, you can filter it from the Autodesk App Store filter, and it will show you. Okay, here is an example. So Autodesk App Store, this is how it looks like, more or less. So we can easily filter, or I'm looking for AutoCAD plugins. Okay, and then what versions, what categories. Okay, okay, here is just one example. So let's say I'm using AutoCAD, but I need to draw a lot of rebar. I can do it with AutoCAD manually, no problem. But I was wondering if there is any new plugins that available, right? Maybe it can even help me to fasten up my work. Okay, so on the App Store earlier, so I see, oh, there is this auto rebar, which is free. So let's see the compatibility. Oh, it support my version at that time. Okay, so you can see at the bottom here is all the its definitions, so as descriptions of the plugins. So now you can see that I have that plugin auto rebar on my AutoCAD. So you can see the features here, all is rebar related. So let's say I want to create a rebar. So I can just click a rebar and specify how I want my rebar to look like, what's the length of my rebar, and automatically it created a rebar for me. Okay, and it's also flexible, where you can change sizes, specifications, shapes. Okay, if you can see on the top there, there's like polyline. I mean, you can convert from polyline to rebar, or you can do a loop or a spiral. Okay, so this is, of course, obviously can be done with AutoCAD manually, but with this plugin, it elevate your experience, and it elevate your, or fasten up your daily work processes. So let's say now I'm changing the diameter, make it bigger, automatically it updates. Okay, so that is the example of plugins from within the App Store that is available. So you can browse and see if you can find something more relevant to you. Okay, some of it is free, some of it requires a bit of cost. But if with minor cost help you to fasten up your work, why not, right? So you can have a look. Okay, so I don't think there are any other brands out there that have very vast libraries of plugin like what Autodesk have. So you go and see around. Okay, so now when we go into a tool set, so I mentioned earlier that AutoCAD have like AutoCAD IST or AutoCAD Industry Specialized Tool Set, or maybe more well known as AutoCAD Full Set. Okay, or AutoCAD full versions. So that is what it's commonly known as. Or AutoCAD, and then there's an AutoCAD LT, AutoCAD Web, and so on. But if previously you know or you work with AutoCAD Architecture, AutoCAD Mechanical, Electrical, and so on. So if nowadays, if you purchase AutoCAD full versions or AutoCAD IST, it comes with all these 7 tool sets. I mean, all this tool set that comes with all the libraries and feature and functions for the industry that it's offering comes together. So 7 tool sets come together within AutoCAD IST or AutoCAD full versions. Okay, in average, 63% of productivity gain. So if you use an industry tool sets, okay, so you may want to have a look. Maybe you are already, I mean, your license may be already AutoCAD IST or AutoCAD full set. So try to go and see your licensing portal. Maybe you already have this IST license. You can straight away download and install it. So it's one of your benefits. Okay, you can use it. Okay, so connected design experience. So let's talk a little bit about design experience and collaborations. I mentioned earlier about AutoCAD mobile and also AutoCAD web. Okay, so already explained this earlier, but now you can see from this here, this is how AutoCAD web looks like. So you can store your drawings or your files either on local files or all on this famous, well-known Dropbox. Okay, Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive. Okay, or let's say like if you subscribe to Autodesk, right? So subscribe to AutoCAD, you have Autodesk Drive. Okay, you can always use Autodesk Drive. Okay, this is how the AutoCAD web looks like. You have all the draw, modify, editing capabilities, layers, blocks, even lips is also available on AutoCAD web. Okay, and activity insights. Okay, AutoCAD on mobile, so you can access it from your App Store. So if you're using an Apple products, you can go to your Apple App Store. Okay, so from this is how it looks like. So let's say I'm scanning my QR or opening a file that has been sent to me. So this is from my mobile phone. So I can zoom in, annotate, and draw. Okay, so let's say I want to do drawing. So you can see I can draw things, I can create text. Okay. Okay, I can type in something. So let's say I'm adding in some text, 1, 2, 3, testing. So it's shown there. Of course, all the sizes, scale, you can also adjust accordingly. Okay. So see all the information or properties, things like of layers, length. Okay, all the properties is also available on the web. Okay, so it's easier for the users, or let's say you go on site, you want to measure, you are measuring something on site, and then you can straight away validate it with your drawings, whether this measurement correct or not. If it's not correct, if it's wrong, you can straight away do a markups. Okay, so that's the this is AutoCAD mobile. Okay, so sorry, this is AutoCAD mobile that is installed on my phones. Okay, and from AutoCAD mobile also you can print or you can create a PDF of your drawings. Okay, you can create a PDF and you can share your PDF to whoever, be your third party or your contractor. You can do that. Okay, so another part of collaborations within AutoCAD. This is from within AutoCAD. Okay, so things like share views, share drawings is available. Okay, so this is a bit more direct where we straight away share drawing or share view from the application itself. So share drawings and share view, okay. So the first part, the share drawings, this is where we share to maybe our team members, those who with AutoCAD license and who have access to AutoCAD web, so they can view. You can set whether to view only or edit or whatever. Okay. So whenever we do this, whenever we use this method, those who receive, they need to sign into their Autodesk account. Okay, so that's one way. So with shared view, okay, you can also use shared view. So if you have your phone with you now, you can scan your, oops, sorry. So if you have your phone with you now, so you can scan the QR code on screen. Okay, so you can scan the QR code on screen and then you can experience something that is called Autodesk Viewer, where when you are sharing, so you able to collaborate with a lot of people from internal and also external. Okay. Okay, so let's say if you have scanned, so this is how it looks like. So let's say from my drawing, I am doing a shared view. Okay, I click shared view, specify the settings and all, and then wait a few moments. So it's uploading. It basically uploads your drawings. Okay, uploading your drawings to Autodesk Drive or Autodesk Viewer. Okay, so from your drawings, you can choose whether you want to share the model environments or the layout environments or all your layouts, or maybe if you created a preferred view, you can also include your preferred view into the shared views. Okay, so now my one is already created. So let's say I can copy the link to share. I can view in browser, and also I have the ability to extend. Let's say after almost 30 days, our project, our issues haven't settled, we can extend to another 30 days. Okay. So by default, it is only available. Okay. The shared view that we created now is accessible in 30 days, but we can always extend or end it up to us. So now, so this is, let's say someone who, let's say you share your links to someone. So that person do not have Autodesk license. Okay, you don't have AutoCAD sign in. You can view all this. Okay, so all the layout. Okay, because I share all the layouts. Okay, and then from the models, I can specify what view I want to share. So I'm not sharing everything. I specify what view and what layout I want to share. So that is with shared views. Okay, so let me just go back. Okay, so just now, what I'm showing just now, that one is shared view. So you can use shared view as part of your AutoCAD licensing benefit and share it to your third party, your contractors, okay, for collaborations or maybe to get approvals, depending on how you want to use it. Okay. Okay, next is the tool set, a summary of tool sets, AutoCAD tool sets updates in 2026. Okay, architecture. So basically, there's a lot. Okay, so all the tool set have its own updates, plus the AutoCAD LT and the normal AutoCAD update. So there are actually a lot of updates for AutoCAD. So if I go point by point, it probably take maybe the whole day. Okay, so just to point out a few, maybe within architectural toolset. So we now have a property set. We can specify the property set that we want to add and share. Okay, we can import in IFC files. Okay, for AutoCAD mechanicals, they are an update revision of the ISO standard. So like mechanical toolset comes free with the libraries of bolts, screw, nuts, steel structures, bearings, and all. Okay, so all these symbols already have like the latest ISO standards. Okay, things like electrical. Okay, new manufacturer content. So like AutoCAD electrical tool sets. So there are new manufacturer content from Siemens, AG, and Schneider Electric. So all the symbol from Siemens, AG, and Schneider Electric is already inside AutoCAD Electrical 2026. Okay, so then let's see. Okay, so like if you're using Plant 3D, okay, there are new PNID enhancement from connecting PNID drawings to Plant 3D. Okay, and then spec editor has been enhanced with extended functionality. You can add more properties, more information on spec editors. Okay, so that's the summary of the whole toolset updates of what's new. Every toolset we will create action on showing the updates. So stay tuned for next webinar where we probably share new features and updates on mechanical toolset, electrical toolset, and the others. Okay, stay tuned on the coming webinars. Okay. So what made AutoCAD different than whatever CAD that you heard outside? Oh, okay. So what made AutoCAD superior to others? So AutoCAD have AI-driven productivity boost, which we have smart blocks like and then activity insights. So maybe in this session, you probably cannot see much of the smart block. Okay, first of all, you can Google or you can follow the AutoCAD channel to see what smart blocks is all about. Or maybe you want to learn more or to know more about the AI capabilities in AutoCAD, which is the smart blocks. You can also let us know. So we maybe can show you a bit more elaborated details because this session is quite short, can't show everything. Okay, customization and automations for like insights. Okay, automation with Lips and with all the plugin third-party plugins, enhanced drawing and annotation tool. Okay, so faster hatch editing. Okay, new hatch capabilities. a markup import and access that helps with the annotations and markups managements, trusted drawing technology, and industry tool sets. Okay, I mentioned earlier. So AutoCAD has been around with since 40 plus years, since 1982. Okay, so it's mature and it is stable. Okay, it comes with 7 tool set as I mentioned, and with over 750 thousands of intelligent objects, libraries, and feature specific for the industries to speed up your daily tasks. Okay, you need to spend a little bit of time and see which one is suitable or relevant to your daily work. Okay, seamless collaboration across platform. So with AutoCAD Web and AutoCAD Mobile enhancement, you can view and edit drawings basically anywhere and anytime. So integration with Autodesk Docs make it easier to share files, project files, BIM files using cloud-based workflows. So if you are into BIM, this is something that you probably want to look at, integration with Docs. Okay, so a summary of the benefits. So reduce your project timeline because you basically reduce your time to create, amend, edit drawings. Okay, increase workforce agility means you and your team are able to do more productive tasks with less reworks, enhance team coordination. We want to avoid a lot of these miscommunications. Okay, and you can optimize your workflow up according to your daily tasks, your company way of work. So you can customize your workflows accordingly. Okay, so for design team and draftman, basically faster design delivery, less manual work. Okay, more time saving by automating repetitive tasks like smart blocks, like blocks and inside macros. So if you're an engineering consultant, so cloud-based file access is definitely something you want to look at. So it's easier for you to collaborate with your stakeholder, your customers, your contractors, and then what more important is the audit trails and changes is also available on the platform where you can see what's the versioning, file versioning, and so on. Okay, in result, it's all points to smoother coordination between clients and you, the consultants, and with other team members, and then reduce back and forth changes and although a lot of RFIs. So as for business owner and project manager, less rework, shorter approval cycles because thanks to all the automated markups imports. Okay, optimize your team performance with a lot of AI driven and new features to be more productive. Okay, as for contractors, contractors can utilize the specialized tool set like electrical and mechanical tool set. So if when you do electrical drawings, you do a lot of electrical schematics, you are working with a lot of symbols, and then you need to work with a lot of symbol tagging and changes, which that is the part which use a lot of time. Okay, so with electrical toolset, it help you to fasten up all these processes. Just imagine you want to get the bill of materials or the part list of your schematic drawings. With manual drawings, you probably need to count your blocks and symbols, but with toolset, it can automatically generate the part list for you. Okay, in result, faster shop drawing preparation, fewer changes, and improve quality. Okay, if let's say there are IT or CAD managers in this session, okay, so one of the benefit with AutoCAD full versions or AutoCAD IST is that you are managing only one license that comes with 7 industry toolsets. So imagine that your users involved in maybe mechanical, electricals, and maybe with plant. If previously, or maybe with other solution, you need to purchase 3 separate solutions, but with AutoCAD, it just comes with one license, but 3 available toolset that you can download and install, okay, for one users. Okay, scalable access via web, desktop, simplify deployments. Okay, so where to get your AutoCAD support? So usually, okay, so common rule of thumb is usually you go to your resellers, okay, which is right. So still find or look for your vendors, look for your resellers. So if let's say you have some issues with installation, your licensing, I don't know, suddenly cannot sign in or crash or whatever, first look for your resellers. If whoever sold you that license, look for them. So we are the Autodesk distributors, sole distributor in Malaysia. So whenever let's say you contacted your resellers or your vendors, okay, if they are unable to help you solve, they can always extend that support case to us, so we can help on behalf as well. But usually, like most of the time, there's a lot of license troubleshooting because um Autodesk has moved from the old license type to the new license type. So usually the most support case that we can see now is on accessing or activating the softwares. Okay, but no worries. All your resellers, all your suppliers should know how or should already aware or familiar with how to help you activate. But in case they are not, they can still engage us. So no worries. Okay, summarize of subscription model. So with subscription model or subscription licensing, so users or customer will get access to the softwares, new versions and new updates almost instantly because everything is on the cloud. Everything is online. You go online to see what license you have, what you want to download. Okay. It also comes with 3 years back. So let's say now you have 2026. You also can, in case for project requirement, you can also download and install 25, 24, and 23. So 3 versions back. Okay. Value-added services, things like cloud storage, all the collaboration workflow, that is all comes with part of the subscription model benefit. Things you saw just now that I like shared view, shared drawings, cloud collaboration, AutoCAD web, and so on. All is part of the subscription benefits. Lower upfront costs with subscriptions because you don't need to fork out a big lump sum of cash upfront. You can always plan your project. How long is your project? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So maybe you can subscribe accordingly. And then technical support and maintenance, that's always available. So the usual case that happens is with let's say so-called permanent license. Okay, so probably you heard of permanent license and so on. So even it is said permanent license, let's say this year permanent license, next year, in case you have support case, you will not be entertained unless you pay the maintenance fee as well. Okay, so that is perpetual license or permanent license. But with subscriptions, you always have the support benefits either through your partners or your resellers, or you can support your own support case through the Autodesk portal. Through your licensing portal, you can submit your support request as well. Okay, imagine that you are working on weekdays or public holidays in Malaysia, but you have some licensing issue or some errors happening on your applications. You can submit your support request directly to Autodesk Global Support. Okay. Okay, so this is just a quick screenshot of how it looks like. So if you subscribing to AutoCAD so-called full set, you will see there's a lot of AutoCAD available. Okay, AutoCAD comes with 7 tool sets. Okay, you can manage your team accordingly. So maybe engineering team is one, so-called one group, production team one group, planning team one group. You can manage separately. This is more towards the admins. Okay, so we can now AutoCAD or Autodesk also are able to track the reporting usage. Okay, so you can see here there's total 64 seats, only 4 active users. So let's see. Let's say this person over here, Mr. Tam over here. So there's no activity for 95 days. So maybe there's some issues with him. Maybe he already left the company, or maybe he no longer need AutoCAD. So as an admin, you know, or this person, maybe this lesson you can assign to someone else who maybe in a dire needs. Okay. Okay, so the rest is more on license management. So, okay, I think that's the end of my session. So do you have any questions? So let's see if we have any questions. Let's see. Any questions? Arif, do you see anything on the chat box or Q&A box? If there's any questions?
So far.
So far, no?
No, no questions.
Okay, all right. So, okay. So understand probably there are a lot to consume for today's session, but you have the emails invite, right? See, in case you have questions, so do let email directly to me or to the invite email. Okay, you can respond to that, and then we will address your questions or your inquiry accordingly. And then just a heads up, so we will have a few other webinars or sharing session as well. So probably within a few weeks time, maybe. So stay tuned and expect some emails invites from us. Okay, all right. So if no question, I think we can end the sessions.
I'll be launching a poll, so we hope that we will hear from you about this webinar. It's a short 4 questions. Okay.
Okay, so there is a poll launch. So please help to respond to the poll. So at least we know. Maybe you have some inquiry or some interest to learn a specific topics, example. Okay. Okay, so are they responding to the poll?
So far, I only see 1 response.